Hello 9th class, welcome you in chapter number 14, that is what? Natural resources. As you have seen part number 1, in that we have discussed about some abiotic components such as air, water as well as soil, how they get polluted, what are the harmful effects of their pollution, as well as what are the reasons behind it? Due to that, these abiotic component nowadays, day by day, it get polluted. Now here second part, in that we will learn about different cycles, and that cycle is known as a biogeochemical cycle. So chapter number 14, in that second part is biogeochemical cycle. That means what? Cycling of chemical elements like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur and water in biosphere is called biogeochemical cycle. This cycle operates through abiotic factor like soil, water, air and biotic factor like living organism. Bio means living organism, geo means earth surface, abiotic component and chemical, that means what? All these elements. So cyclic movement of all these elements, that means generally here we will learn about this water, carbon, nitrogen and oxygen. These elements, their cyclic movement from earth to atmosphere and once again atmosphere to earth, that movement is called biogeochemical cycle. It is a cyclic flow of nutrient between non-living environment and living organism. It involves the transfer and circulation of essential nutrients like carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen in biosphere. In this cycle, first we will start about water cycle. As you have learned in your lower classes water cycle, once again we will learn here the process in which water evaporates and fall down on land as a rain by condensation and later flows into the sea through rivers is called water cycle. When sun shines, water evaporates continuously from water bodies and water vapor take place. So it is a process where the evaporation take place and form rain. First process evaporation. Now second process transpiration. Third process, here we will learn about the condensation and last we will see here that about the precipitation. Some water goes underground and comes up to the surface through spring, which can be drawn by well as well as tube well. Now plant release water through transpiration process. Water is released into atmosphere from soil, river and ocean by evaporation process. Water is used by all living organisms for various life process. Now let us look here in this cycle, water cycle. Now in this water cycle, we can observe the evaporation process, condensation process, precipitation as well as once again through precipitation or water falling, this water once again collected in water bodies. So let us start about one by one process. Now water vapor rises up and goes into atmosphere. Because of strong sunlight, these water converted into water vapor and it goes into atmosphere. Plant absorb water for photosynthesis. Plant lose water through transpiration which goes into the atmosphere. So by evaporation process, by transpiration process as well as by respiration process. Respiration in animals and human being form water which enters to atmosphere. So water enters into the atmosphere by evaporation process by transpiration process as well as by respiration process. Now second thing is what? Condensation. Condensation of water vapor take place leading this rain. It also forms dew. It forms snow at mountain, and that process is known as a precipitation. As this water vapor combine together, they form clouds, and this cloud formation take place, and once again when lack of temperature increase, and this conversion of water vapor, temperature increase and it form water vapor, and due to upper surface of the air, due to lack of oxygen, temperature decreases and this water vapors cool down, and these big clouds once again they condense. That means what? Conversion of water vapor take place once again in water, and in mountain region it form in the form of snow or silt or in the form of ice pieces, and it fall down on the earth surface. Now precipitation is what? When water is fall down in the form of ice or snow is called precipitation. Generally it take place in the mountain region, but generally in a low region, whatever that, simply water fall down take place and comes on the earth's surface, and that water is collected once again in water bodies. This underground water is used by plants, people in the villages as well as cyclic. This cycle goes there. Water which is rich in sea dissolve many salts in it. Therefore sea water is salty. So this finally from water bodies, from river, once again that water moves towards the sea. So this cyclic movement of water from this land portion to atmosphere, once again from atmosphere to land region, that is called water cycle. Now look here, the next cycle about this carbon cycle. As we know that carbon dioxide quantity, that is 0.03% present in the atmosphere. Now this carbon dioxide is what? Utilized by this plant in the form of carbon dioxide, and plant they use this carbon dioxide water in presence of sunlight, they do the photosynthesis to produce this carbohydrate, means what? Glucose. Now herbivores consume this carbohydrate which passes through the small as well as large carnivores. Now herbivores means what? Those living organisms which take the plant as well as plant parts. This carbohydrate taken by this herbivores, and through this herbivores they pass through food chain into the carnivores. Now carbon dioxide return to the biosphere through respiration of plants and animals, decomposition of organic waste and dead body, and burning of fossil fuel. So let us see here in this cycle how it will take place. Now this one is carbon cycle. As we know, the balancing element of carbon in the atmosphere is called carbon cycle. Earth crust contains 0.03% carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon in the form of carbonate and bicarbonate is present in all living organisms. It also present in carbohydrate, proteins, fat as well as nucleic acid. Plants use carbon dioxide in photosynthesis and give out oxygen. So here these plants they use carbon dioxide, and in presence of sunlight they do the photosynthesis. So from atmosphere directly this carbon dioxide is used by these plants, and in presence of sunlight and water they do that photosynthesis process. Photo means what? Sun, and synthesis means what? Carbohydrate or glucose that can be produced by this plant. Now this plant is taken by living organism, means herbivorous. Those who are taking these type of plants. Once again, when their dead body decay under earth crust layer, they converted into fossil fuels. And when this carbon dioxide is taken by the plants, and it can be transferred from herbivorous to carnivorous. When these animals, they respire, through respiration process, they are taking carbon oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. Once again, this carbon dioxide is what? Mixed with the atmosphere. So through respiration process, all the animals, their respiration in that carbon dioxide is mixed. Now second thing is what? These plants, when decay under earth crust layer, they produce this coke or carbon. Carbon we are getting from coal mines. Charcoal, coal, that we are getting from mines. But how it can be formed? It takes millions of years for the formation of charcoal or carbon. And this carbon is formed when these type of plants decay under earth crust layer. So due to lack of oxygen and high pressure inside that earth crust layer, these formation of fossils as well as fossil formation, fuels as well as fossils formation take place because of lack of oxygen as well as high pressure. But this take long time, that means what? Millions of years. Once again, from industry as well as thermal power plant, this carbon dioxide mix in the atmosphere from different auto as well as different other factory, automobile industry as well as other industry and vehicles, through which this carbon dioxide mix in the atmosphere. Now this carbon dioxide in the dissolved form mix in the form inside this ocean, and this marine animal, their outer shell is made up of calcium carbonate. So this carbonate as well as bicarbonate, it is useful for these type of marine animal and it protect their body. So this way one can say the plant use carbon dioxide in photosynthesis and give out oxygen. Plants and animal break carbohydrate, carbon dioxide and water, which is returned to the atmosphere. When plants and animals die, microorganisms like fungi and bacteria decompose dead remains of the plants and animals, release carbon and form this carbon dioxide. Some remain of the plants get converted into coal as well as petroleum and natural gas deep inside of the earth. This process takes millions of years. On burning this fossil fuel, that means once again this carbon dioxide is released and mixed into the atmosphere. So this way the cyclic movement of carbon dioxide from atmosphere to earth surface and once again from earth to atmosphere is called carbon cycle. Now students, you try to understand these cycles, because based on that cycles you will get project. So internal assessment will be there, in that we will consider this biogeochemical cycle. You have to make this model, any one of the cycle, either carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle or water cycle. One of the cycle you have to select by your own way and you have to make model or project based on it. Now let us learn third cycle, that is the oxygen cycle. As we know that 21% oxygen present in the air. The cycle by which oxygen is circulated continuously in the atmosphere while living and non-living organism is called oxygen cycle. Human beings and animals take oxygen from atmosphere and release carbon dioxide and water vapor through respiration. Dead organisms also need oxygen for their decomposition. The burning of fossil fuel need oxygen. Plant take carbon dioxide and water in photosynthesis process and release oxygen in the atmosphere. This oxygen is used by human beings and animals. This oxygen cycle continues in nature to keep the level of oxygen almost constant. We must grow plants so as to keep the atmosphere rich with oxygen. Oxygen, let us see here in this cyclic movement, as we have discussed. Plant, what they take? Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and do the photosynthesis process. Okay, now this plant, they taken by living organism. This living organism, they take these plant products and they break down their food in presence of oxygen, and once again they produce carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is used by plants, and the plants utilize this carbon dioxide, water vapor, water as well as sunlight. They do the photosynthesis process, and once again they release oxygen, and fresh oxygen mixed with the atmosphere. The quantity of oxygen remain 21%. So this way one can say that respiration as well as photosynthesis both are reverse process. Plant, they take carbon dioxide, they form glucose and fresh oxygen. Fresh oxygen directly move in the atmosphere. Glucose is taken by animals. Now this glucose is break down in presence of oxygen, and once again they produce carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide back taken by these plants. So this way cyclic movement of this oxygen is continuously in the atmosphere. Now here oxygen from the atmosphere is used mainly three process: combustion, respiration, and in the formation of oxides of nitrogen. As we have learned already that without oxygen combustion, that means burning, is not possible. रेस्पिरेशन में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? ग्लूकोज ब्रेक डाउन होता है ऑक्सीजन की प्रेजेंस में, और वो क्या फॉर्म करता है? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड water vapor, and we are getting energy. This energy is utilized by our body organ, and carbon dioxide is released in the atmosphere. And while this oxygen also useful for the formation of nitrogen oxides. Oxygen is returned to the atmosphere by one major process that we have already seen, that is photosynthesis. So by photosynthesis, plant, they take carbon dioxide, which is quite harmful and is a global greenhouse gas. Due to that, warmness take place, and that they are taking. Carbon dioxide is taken by these type of plants. So plants are what? Blessing for us on this earth surface, and protect all living organism body. They gives us fresh air. So now let us learn more about nitrogen cycle. So here we have completed water cycle, carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, and last cycle is known as the nitrogen cycle. As we know, nitrogen 78% present in the atmosphere. Now this nitrogen generally present in our body in the form of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA, vitamins, protein, various biological important compounds in our body are there. In that, nitrogen is there. So all these carbohydrate, vitamins, nucleic acid, proteins, they contain nitrogen. 78% of our atmosphere is composed of nitrogen gas. All living organism requires nitrogen, but it cannot be directly utilized from the atmosphere. Plant utilize nitrogen as a nitrates or nitrites dissolve in water. So here we will learn more about this nitrogen cycle. Look here. This nitrogen cycle, the process in which nitrogen of atmosphere reaches the soil and finally back to the atmosphere, that is called nitrogen cycle. 78% nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. Protein contains nitrogen. As we have discussed, RNA, DNA, vitamins, chlorophyll, all these they contain nitrogen. It is taken up by the leguminous plants directly from the atmosphere by nitrogen fixing bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria present in the root nodules of the leguminous plant, which converts this nitrogen into ammonia. Now, nitrogen fixing bacteria are known as a rhizobium bacteria. They are present in the root nodules of leguminous plant, that means pulses plant. So this nitrogen is taken by rhizobium bacteria from the atmosphere and they convert into ammonia. Ammonia is what? Gas. And that bacteria is called nitrifying bacteria, which convert this ammonia once again into nitrite as well as nitrate. Now these type of plants is taken by animals. Animal waste contain ammonium, and when this ammonia decay under earth crust layer, ammonium products, animal waste, cow dung as well as animal waste we are using as a manure purpose and given to the plants, and once again they mix into the atmosphere. It is given to the plants and from that plant production take place. Now these nitrites directly form from ammonia. The second process, when lightning take place, lightning means what? बिजली जब गिरती है. During that rainy season, when too much lightning will be there, then it converts this nitrogen into the oxides of nitrogen, that means NO2, and this NO2 nitrite, once again it will be converted into nitrate, and then this combining with oxygen form nitrate at high temperature and pressure, and that process is known as a nitrification. So how this nitrogen is fixed? Nitrogen is fixed by two ways. One is by rhizobium bacteria. Second is what? It is taken by that during the lightning process. It is fixed inside that atmosphere or soil in the form of nitrites, and in contact with oxygen it will be converted into nitrate. So during lightning time, this directly come on the earth crust layer in the form of NO2. Then second thing, this nitrogen is taken by industries and they use different type of fertilizer. So this nitrogen is useful for making the fertilizer in the industry. It is taken by the rhizobium bacteria, and this nitrogen is present inside the soil, and presence of nitrogen only plant growth is possible, and these plants are taken by animals. Animal waste contain ammonium, and that process is known as a ammonification. So here nitrogen fixation, that is the first process take place. Second process is ammonification. Third process is nitrification. And fourth process is what? Denitrification. Once again these nitrate break down into nitrogen and oxygen, and this nitrogen further mix into the atmosphere. So this way nitrates and nitrites are soluble in water, readily used by the aquatic plant and animals. Nitrates and nitrites get converted into nitrogen by denitrification. So this way these four processes one by one take place. First we have seen about the ammonification, the conversion of dead organic matter into ammonia with the help of microorganism present in the soil. That process we are saying as a ammonification. Nitrification is a process in which ammonia is converted into nitrogen, and denitrification is a process in which nitrate and nitrites and nitrate, they will be converted once again into nitrogen gas and oxygen gas, and it moves inside that atmosphere. So this way we have learned how this cyclic movement of nitrogen take place from atmosphere to the earth surface, and once again from earth to atmosphere, and 78% of nitrogen remain constant. So as we have discussed about this 4-step process in cycle nitrogen fixation, that means it is a process converting atmospheric nitrogen into the oxides of nitrogen. Second is method by which nitrogen fixation can occur, that atmospheric nitrogen fixation, high temperature and pressure caused by lightning helps to convert this nitrogen into oxides, and that dissolve in rainwater and fall on land. Industrial nitrogen fixation, it is done by industries to make nitrogenous fertilizer. Biological nitrogen fixation, this is done by the various nitrogen fixing bacteria like rhizobium bacteria, blue-green algae. Second process, ammonification, it is a process decomposing complex and dead organic matter into ammonia. This is done by microorganisms living in the soil and decay the bacteria and fungi. And third process is known as a nitrification. It is the process conversion of ammonia into nitrites and then nitrates. This is done by nitrophile bacteria. Nitrophile bacteria means what? Nitrosomonas as well as nitrobacter. They also helpful for this conversion of ammonia into nitrites, NO2, and nitrates means what? NO3. Denitrification, that is the last process in nitrogen cycle. That means what? Breaking of nitrates as into nitrogen and oxygen. So this release nitrogen gas back into the atmosphere with the help of Pseudomonas bacteria. So ultimately these bacteria playing important role in the nitrogen fixation, in nitrification, ammonification as well as denitrification. Now let us learn more about other than this cycle, this greenhouse effect. What is it? Now the process in which heat of the sun is trapped by some gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, nitrous oxide, increasing the temperature of earth is called greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases prevent the escape of heat from the atmosphere, which increase the temperature of earth, leading the global warming and climate change. The increased carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere leads the global warming. Now if global warming take place, their drawback we will see afterward, that sea level increases, and this everywhere we will get that means glacier as well as mountain region ice get converted into water, and sea level increase because of the increased amount of carbon dioxide. As we have discussed, the greenhouse effect is a process. Radiation from planet atmosphere warms the planet surface. टेम्परेचर क्या करता है? बढ़ा देता है. किसका? अर्थ सरफेस का. किसकी वजह से? ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस की वजह से। और वो ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस कौन सी हैं? जनरली बेसिकली इज व्हाट? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड as well as methane and other gases also there, but major quantity of what? Carbon dioxide as well as methane. So एटमॉस्फेयर में टेम्परेचर वार्मनेस बढ़ जाता है, और वो क्या वार्मनेस की वजह से क्या हो जाता है? इफेक्ट जो प्रोड्यूस होता है, और वो इफेक्ट को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट। तो वो ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट कैसे पॉसिबल है? सन रेज की प्रेजेंस में पॉसिबल है। हीट बढ़ जाता है, और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और अदर गैसेस एटमॉस्फेयर में वो करती है, ट्रैप करती है। किसको ट्रैप करती है? हीट को। और अर्थ के सरफेस को क्या होता है? वार्मनेस प्रोड्यूस होता है। ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, ग्लोब मीन्स व्हाट? अर्थ। वार्मिंग मीन्स टेम्परेचर इंक्रीजेस, increase of the temperature on earth's surface because of this greenhouse gas such as carbon dioxide is known as a global warming. Now here we will learn about this ozone layer. As we know, in the upper atmosphere oxygen converted into ozone with the help of UV radiation. Ozone is a poisonous gas and a strong oxidizing agent. Ozone protects us from ultraviolet radiation of sun. Use of CFC in the air conditioner, refrigerator. It persists in the atmosphere for a long time. CFC is also used in the spray cans as well as fire extinguisher. NO2 generally released by jet aeroplane and nuclear explosion also lead this ozone depletion. So here we will learn about the ozone depletion and the ozone layer. Ozone, as we have knowing that O3 gas is known as a ozone gas, which is toxic. Ozone layer is deep layer in the stratosphere encircling the earth, which protect the earth's surface. That large amount of ozone present on the stratosphere, this layer shield the entire earth from much of the harmful UV radiation that comes from sun. It is interesting that UV radiation, they form ozone first place. That means what? Oxygen break down in presence of UV light into oxygen, free radical of oxygen. Once again, this free radical of oxygen combine with oxygen gas and it form ozone gas. Ozone gas means what? O3 gas inside the stratosphere. As we have discussed the harmful effect of ozone depletion. Nowadays, it was observed that in this stratosphere, reduction of ozone gas take place. Now, how this harmful for the human being as well as other living organism? Human will directly expose the harmful ultraviolet radiation of the sun due to this depletion of ozone layer. This might result in serious health issues among the humans such as skin cancer, skin disease, sunburns, cataract, that means मोतिया जिसको बोलते हैं, and quick aging, wrinkle हो जाते हैं body skin में, and weaken the immune system, not only for human being but other marine animals also. These type of directly UV rays, if it fall on water bodies, inside this water bodies, marine animals also get affected. So this depletion of ozone is harmful not only for human being but it is harmful for plants as well as animals also. How this ozone layer get damaged? As we have seen, the ozone depletion means what? Reduction of ozone. This is the earth's surface and this one is a stratosphere. Now this stratosphere where protection is done by this ozone gas. So stratosphere, that is the second layer on the of the atmosphere. You have done in geography that thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, troposphere. पहले troposphere आता है, second one क्या आता है, stratosphere. So we are not going in deep about the stratosphere, but stratosphere में क्या है, ओजोन का लेयर है, पूरा शील्ड की तरह वो कवर कर देता है स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर को. और वो क्या करता है, ओजोन क्या करता है, इट एब्जॉर्ब दिस यूवी लाइट, अल्ट्रावायलेट लाइट, एंड प्रोटेक्ट अस फ्रॉम दिस हार्मफुल यूवी लाइट. नाउ इसके लिए कौन से चीज़ें रिस्पॉन्सिबल हैं, तो वन थिंग इज व्हाट, क्लोरीन एंड ब्रोमीन एटम कम इन कॉन्टेक्ट विथ ओजोन in the stratosphere and destroy the ozone molecule. क्लोरीन या ब्रोमीन का अगर एटम ओजोन के कांटेक्ट में आ जाता है तो ओजोन को क्या कर देता है, डिस्ट्रक्ट कर देता है. फ्रॉम द इंफॉर्मेशन वी आर नोइंग दैट वन क्लोरीन एटम 1 लाख ओजोन मॉलिक्यूल को क्या कर देता है, डिस्ट्रक्ट कर देता है, उसको क्या कर देता है, खत्म कर देता है, बिफोर इट रिमूव फ्रॉम द स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर. सो इट डिस्ट्रॉयड दिस ओजोन मॉलिक्यूल. तो एक क्लोरीन मॉलिक्यूल को इतना पावर है कि 1 लाख ओजोन मॉलिक्यूल को वो डिस्ट्रक्ट कर सकता है. सो बेसिकली इट वाज ऑब्जर्व दैट बेसिकली CFC रिलीज बाय द एयर कंडीशनर इंडस्ट्री as well as those who are making the air conditioner as well as freezers. For that, now refrigerator as well as air conditioner industry, they release this CFC, chlorofluoro compound. CFC means what, chlorofluoro compound, and this chlorofluoro compound when come in contact with ozone, it destruct this layer. Now we should stop this CFC as well as we should not fly the aeroplane in a stratosphere to prevent this ozone layer depletion. NO2 released by the jet aeroplane as well as nuclear explosion also lead this ozone depletion. So these are the some harmful effect we have seen in the ozone because of depletion of ozone. We have discussed about these type of things. Due to that, releasing CFC as well as other industries, those who are making these type of using such organic compounds and making the spray as well as fire extinguisher, in that also such a type of solvents they released in the atmosphere in the gaseous form, that also quite harmful for the ozone layer. And last topic is what, smoke. It is a mixture of smoke as well as fog. It creates the air pollution. It reduces the visibility as we have discussed in that air pollution. Decline in the ozone thickness generally we have observed in Antarctica. First it was observed in Antarctica, and this ozone hole increasing day by day. We have to stop using such type of things. So here we have completed the second part of natural resources. Students, don't write this chapter in your notebook, but internal assessment project you have to do based on these type of cycles. So you have to select one of the cycle from this one, and you have to do that either in the model form or in the project form. Once again I will explain you in how to do in that live class, but you have to see all these 2 parts of this video, because based on that we will ask you oral question. So internal assessment oral as well as project you have to perform at home. Project you have to perform at home, but in live class I will ask few questions based on it as a oral. So internal assessment will be completed with oral as well as with your project or in the form of model of these type of cycles.